legendary powerboat pilot Yves Bélanger talks to VENDE about what is arguably one of the most iconic powerboat runs of all time.
My name is Yves Bélanger, and this amazing video, actually we started in the morning, me and Rick Conti. The morning was much rougher than the actual video. We took the boat out and we actually lost an engine at one point. That's how rough it was. I mean, we were coming out of the air so bad, it was unreal. So at one time we got one engine that is not running. We're trying to start it. We got a humongous wave coming at us. The boat is going sideways. We really thought we were going to flip. And I was thinking, okay, once we're upside down, I'm going to evacuate this way, Ricky the other way. And then all of a sudden, whoom, the boat went back straight. We finally got the boat running, get back in. We had to quarter the sea. That's how rough it was. And then after lunch, Ricky says, Yves, it looks like to calm down a little bit. Why don't we do it? Why don't we take that boat and do a video? Oh my God, let's get the chopper. So we get the chopper, boom, start filming us, and we were just having a blast on him. I had absolutely zero fear, neither did Rick. I mean, I thought the boat was invincible, that we could do anything in the world with it, which we kind of did. So we had a real good blast. And the very last wave, of course, it was like, I don't know, 15 feet up in the air. You'd have run a mat truck underneath. And I heard a crack, so the facing, the fairing, the reese fairing on the starboard side cracked, but nothing big. It was not the hull. It actually cracked. The reason was because at one point there was that big hole made for the VHF, and so that gave it some weakness in the deck, so this is why it had a crack right around there. And other than that, the hull, nothing ever happened. The hull stayed in one piece. It was a fantastic boat. I had a 35 cigarette that I traded for the Apache. Me and Ricky were always in those years at Fort Apache and going over how nice they run, how much rough water they can take, which have always been a fan for rough water. And when that boat came up for sale, I was like, well, that's perfect, because I don't like any fluff on the boat. So I didn't need a radio, I didn't need a cat, didn't like things. So when it came up for sale, I said, wow, this is for me. We put two new engine, 900 horsepower, and the boat was still going like 90, somewhere 90 miles an hour, 93, 94 miles an hour. And we had a blast with the boat. You know, I would take it very often with Ricky, or if I had my ex-wife, she would kind of help me a little bit, maybe drive once in a while so I could travel, but most of the time I was doing both. I was driving and throttling the boat at the same time. And yeah, I had the boat like for 20 years. I mean, I love that boat. The only downside, of course, with a 41 like this is that if it's 2 to 3 out there, it's boring to death, you know, versus a cat. Yesterday was flat, was like 1.5 feet out there, but I took my cat doing 140 on the ocean. These are the thrill that you don't have with a 41. If it's not 4 to 6 out there, it's going to be boring, you know, that's the only downside. If it's flat 1 foot, you're going to be bored to death. The boat's going to be like 20 feet too long. So other than that, it's a fantastic and amazing boat. But also this one shows you the good old days, the Miami Vice years. I've never seen although the Scarab that they use in Miami Vice with the boat plaque from the that says this boat was especially built for Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, best known for his role as Sonny Crockett in the iconic TV series Miami Vice, has also made a name for himself in the world of offshore powerboat racing. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Johnson was an avid and successful competitor in the sport. He captained a boat named Team USA, achieving significant success, including winning the Offshore World Cup in 1988. His dual career as an actor and a powerboat racer showcased his versatility and passion for high-speed thrills, both on-screen and on the water.
While the drone runner as well, you would see an Apache with a nice finish, cabin with, of course, nothing in it beside gel coat, and with a humongous ash. And I asked some of the leaders over there, why does he have such a big ash? They were doing the motion of drunk runner throwing stuff in the boat. So it was the good old years for some people. Actually, I went a few times close to Bimini, or I was looking for some rougher water. So if it was flat, I would hit the Gulf Stream, and then when I come back, I got pulled over by the Coast Guard with the dogs and searching the boat, thinking I was a good runner as well. So it was very interesting. This tape, the morning before I went out boating with a friend of mine from Canada, which he was on the Port Bolster burning. So we had a nice ride, nice rough water, was similar water, 4 to 6. And he was really impressed and a little bit scared, but he was really, really happy that he did that ride with me. So the next morning, I said, Bernie, let's go for a nice ride again. So he shows up, and Ricky and I were on the dock with helmets and vests. I can still see Bernie's face, like, wait a minute. I felt like I risked my life yesterday, and no vest, no helmet. What the hell is going to happen to me today? You have to put me vest and helmet. So it was a fantastic ride. The reason I prefer this video than the other one, I call the other one almost a circus because it was a rare video. But this one feels like you're racing with a boat. You know, we were probably doing mid-80s, and this kind of water, 4 to 6, and this is where the thrill. This was just like orgasmic to have the ride that we had. This kind of water. This was just like, it doesn't get any better than that.
The Coast Guard's suspicion was not unfounded. Fort Apache Marina, Thunderboat Row's legendary high-rise boat storage facility and waterfront bar, is where Eve was storing his boats. We have first-hand account of the secrets of Fort Apache, including a secret helicopter hangar, 2 inches thick office doors with 5 hinges, private elevators, and secret storing compartments in the seawalls that would only be revealed during low tide. Subscribe to get notified when we launch our next film detailing the secrets of Fort Apache.
Popeye's Diet Coke. Looking strong right now. Owner Al Copeland, who drove to 5 offshore championships, is anxiously looking on as Chuck Norris is behind the wheel right now. Al Copeland, amazing story as a businessman, as a competitor. And Bob, you visited earlier with him.
It's frequently said that the man who ends up with the most toys wins, and the man who's sitting right here, Al Copeland, certainly is a candidate for that title. He's also won 5 national championships. Al, without being immodest, kind of go through some of these toys you have. I mean, they're staggering.
Well, it's a lot of fun to have them, I'll guarantee you. But, well, let's see, we have the Popeye's jet. We have the Popeye's helicopter we call the Chicken Chopper. We have the team bus. And we have Cajun Princess, which is a 100-foot yacht that we take to all the races. We have 2 limousines. We have 3 active offshore powerboats that we can take and take a choice of which powerboat we want to have. We have several Popeye motor scooters that we run around in, and motorcycles. And we have, of course, all equipment, the trucks. We have several wave runners. We have a lot of stuff, but you know, everybody enjoys it and everybody has a lot of fun. When I was a kid, I lived in the projects, and I started with one store. I started working, my life working as a soda jerk and for a supermarket chain, and then I went to work in a donut shop. About 17 years ago, I started my fried chicken chain, Popeye's Fried Chicken, with one store and an idea that I thought I could feed better food to the public. And today we've grown and grown and grown, and over those 17 years, we've now become the #2 largest fried chicken operation in the world. And I never want to be cocky to that. I've started from humble beginnings. I want to be rich, but I want to be humble, you know. And I think that's important. I have a lot of things, but I don't mind talking about them, but with the idea in mind that it is because I work for them and I've achieved it and started from nothing and made it. And with that in mind, you know, I know people don't envy that. They just want to do it themselves.
Very nice man, but his insurance company won't let him race right now because he has such great financial obligations. He isn't far away, though. He's absolutely almost on top of that boat in his helicopter. It's a battle for third place. Don Johnson, Team USA, third place. Chuck Norris in Popeyes is in fourth.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, baby!
Bob, you can tell the adrenaline is really flowing with the Don Johnson team right here.
But Popeyes has passed them on the inside.
Right now, this is very taxing on the machinery. An $8 oil filter they did not secure at one race, and Don Johnson fell back out of contention, but they don't have that problem right now. Chuck Norris inside the cockpit, bouncing up and down now. In Excess, meanwhile, is the leader in the Superboat class. They're dropping back a little bit. They're being conservative while that great battle is going on for third and fourth.
But they look so steady as that V-boat just cuts through the waves.
Averaging 102.08 miles an hour in Excess.
The race for third place, though, continues the north end of the course. Popeye on the outside with a slight lead over Team USA.
Baby, come on, baby. Come on, cut it up, Don, attaboy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah! I got a race going on here, all right.
The excited voices of Don Johnson, throttle man Richie Powers, and navigator Kurt Russell.
Because they did pick up some room on that turn now, and on the straightaway, heading down the shore side. There's Popeyes on the far side. Team USA on the near side. Don Johnson very excited. He was a world champion in '88, but this is the first race of the season he has been this competitive.
Boy, they're going by some of the boats in the pro class, some of the lesser boats, some of the slower boats, I should say. Look at them just flying by.
Johnson picking up some room now on Popeyes. He wants that third place. Look at Popeyes. Oh, the machinery. Can it hold together at this pace?
Boy, this is, what would you say? This is neck to neck, isn't it?
Oh, this is great offshore racing, and what a shot of it. Look at that pounding they're taking.
Looks like Popeyes is lengthening just a little bit of its lead. Chuck Norris and Popeyes, Don Johnson, Kurt Russell, and Team USA.
Look like the throttle men are just playing with each other the way they spurt back and forth. Team USA now taking an edge on Popeyes.
Boy, what a spurt by Team USA. Richie Powers, the throttle man, really putting it to this boat. Now they're in third place.
A slower boat off to the right there as you see him blow by him. In Excess, still holding the lead, Bob.
Just cutting through the water. John Garrett really has his boat under control.
He just wants to hold things together.
Don Johnson coming up now on second place, Superhero.
Superhero is not performing as well as they did earlier in the race. Look at the crowds out near the beach. They're coming awfully close. At those kind of speeds, look out. Anything can happen. Team USA, though, is looking as strong as they have all season long.
And cutting inside on the turn, Team USA. Boy, what a maneuver.
Great move against the V-bottom.
That wasn't my most favorite turn ever, but it worked.
It sure did work. They've moved into second place.
Right there, a nice gamble, but good strategy on Don Johnson's part now as Superhero currently third.
And flying on the outside, Popeyes.
Popeyes wanting to take over that third place position now. And Popeyes is holding steady.
Boy, I'll tell you, you can't accuse Chuck Norris and Don Johnson of not being brave drivers.
We got.
We don't know where we finished.
Yeah.
Really, seriously,
We got so busy out there. We don't know where the hell we finished. We thought, well, we may have finished second, and then we thought, well, no, I think we finished first, and now I don't know where the hell we are. All I know is we left a lot of orange paint off our helmets on that canopy.
We saw in excess. We saw us go by him. We did not see us go by him. We didn't see him go by us.
I thought that it was a lap down.
Well, guys, you seem pretty happy. I mean, it was, I guess you didn't see John go by you.
No, we didn't see him. If he did get past us, we didn't see him.
We know one thing. We didn't see Norris go by us.
You didn't, you what? You didn't see Chuck. You never saw Chuck.
Actually, he did. We had a pretty good race going.
Yeah, we had a good race going with him.
It was fun.
But I guess you got to be a little more than a kickboxer. No, I'm kidding.
Good going, guys.
Lots of smiles, but Bob turns around to make his way to the pit with the checkered flag.
John, congratulations to you. It was a great race.
Oh, it was a fantastic race. I mean, if we had so much hiccuped, 3 boats would have passed us, and we really ran hard. I don't know what our average speed was, but I'm sure it was close to 90 or above.
Ralph, it looked like you kind of settled back a little bit at the beginning and then came on slowly as the race went on.
Right. We wanted to see how hard the other boats were going to run, and we just kind of took it easy and tried to stay with them at least. And then toward the end there, we kind of let it rip.
Yeah, well, you know, I was talking to Don Johnson and the guys on his boat, Kurt Russell. You know, they think they won. They think they did an extra lap.
Oh, really? They must think they're still out in Hollywood.
As we mentioned earlier, there were 2 smaller boat competitions underway at the very same time as the Super and Open classes. Here are the winners. Pro 1 results: High Risk, followed by Risky Business, Gone Again, and First Offense. In the Pro 2 results, Skater Express, Honk Attack, Great Adventure, and Misbehavin'.
Well, it was a lot of serious competition here in Miami, and the racers do charge when they're in those boats, but they have a lot of fun. Brad Ekman and Jim Hendrick, this is Bob Biatti. Goodbye, everybody.
Behind me is the 40-foot MTI race boat that we built for this movie. We custom designed this boat to be a camera and a picture boat. The hatches fold away, and you can put camera positions on the sides of the boat, in the back of the boat, and the front of the boat. It looks exactly like a real race boat, and it runs like a real race boat.
We're prepping this boat for tomorrow's shooting. And what we're trying to do is just make sure everything's safe here so that nothing flies out and hurts somebody or stops our equipment from working.
So you got to remember this boat's going to be going at least 40 miles an hour. And we're supposed to have rough seas tomorrow, so it's like we have to put it through a bit of a stress test. Because we're dealing with HD, we've got a lot of pre-cabling that's been done in this boat. To run cables up to the front, sides. All the record decks are below. The digital imaging techs have got to be inside the hull to operate the decks. And my biggest fear is that, you know, we're going to get pounded by the waves and things are going to start to fail on the boat. But we'll see. We're hopeful. Yes. I feel sick. You just can't be down there. It's just too, you know, you're being thrown around left, right, and center, pounded against the deck.
A little bit, yeah. I like running the bubbles while we're underwater. Okay? That's what we should be seeing when we're starting to come up, and the boat should be like 100 feet away.
Okay.
Okay?
That's where we want to be.
Boats are coming!
Bringing the crane in, water in the camera. Coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, going up.
Hold on.
Going to stretch, going to back.
Just seeped in.
Yeah, it's dry in here.
It's dry.
Good.
Boats are right.
When it's coming out of the water, all of this is dripping. So if it blows it away, that'll work. So just let it blow as hard right here.
Gotcha.
Right?
Are they coming? Are they coming? Yes, they're coming. They're coming, Jerry. Here they come. You say speed? Rolling. Rolling.